Okay, so today's seminar is about special situations for reading and spelling. First of all, I think we have to understand why we need to cover this with the children. Why do we have to learn it ourselves? Okay, most of the people think that the English language is very chaotic. There's no order. It's so confusing, right? But in reality, if we teach the children in a structured and sequential way, the letter pattern for reading and for spelling, 87% of the words become decodable. And they only have to grapple with 13%, which they can figure out probably by context clues, by sounding out the letters. It may not be accurate, but from their background knowledge, they can figure out what the word is. So if we do this with our children, if we expose them to this, then we're giving them a systematic way of figuring out what seems to be a chaotic language. Okay? Now, our focus are the dyslexic children. The dyslexic children need more time and more exposures to be able to learn the letter patterns for reading and writing. So if we just leave it to chance, like how we did it, we know how to spell most of the words, right? We learn it through experience, through exposures to how many times a word is spelled like that. The most common way of spelling or reading is this way. If we wait for that to happen, it can take a very long time for them. So we are teaching them explicitly because they need that to be able to develop their orthographic memory, the memory of how the letters look like or are formed in their brain. Their visual memory of good spellers and bad spellers, for example, is around the same. It's the orthographic memory that differs a lot. And this we can compensate if we give them a good background in a sequential and orderly manner, structured manner.
Did you start the camera?
Yes. Okay, so for the reading situations, we'll start with reading. A reading situation is basically a description of how a grapheme is a letter or a group of letters, how that is going to be read. So you have a picture of a letter. You have a letter or a group of letters, and you have to decide how you're going to read that letter. Okay, and this is influenced by three things. It could be its position in the word. It could be in the initial position, or final, or medial. That's why we're so strict about them learning IMF, right, for the alphabet and activities. And then we can also look at the letters before or after the grapheme in question, the surrounding letters. The third condition that you can look at is whether that syllable is stressed or not. And the pronunciation can change just because something is stressed or not stressed. Okay, so as we go along in the next slides, we'll find out, we can identify which of these determine the pronunciation of that particular grapheme. Okay, so the first one I will show you how to do it is the second reading situation that the children are exposed to in our school. The first one is usually the N, G, and K. So this would be the second one. Okay, so if I were to do this lesson, I would start with a new learning, my career review. What is a vowel? Do you remember what the vowel is?
That the mouth is not closing.
So what would the mouth be?
Open.
So it's open and voiced. And a consonant would be?
The mouth or the lips or the tongue are closing it.
Blocking it.
Blocking
yes.
it.
And
it's voiced or invoiced.
Voiced or unvoiced. Okay, so listen to these words and echo. Want.
Want.
Was.
Was.
Want.
Want.
What is the same sound in the medial position?
Oh.
Oh. Do we know this sound before? Have you heard this sound?
Yes.
Yes, we have. Oh. Right?
Oh.
What sound is that? How do we
Oh.
describe that mouth form?
Oh.
It's
Open.
open. Yeah, is it voiced or unvoiced?
Voiced.
Voiced. And is it a vowel or a consonant?
Vowel.
It's a vowel because it's open and it's voiced. And we've learned this before. Oh, it's the open sound. Yeah? Now I'm going to write the words on the board. W-A-N-T, W-A-S-P, W-A-N-D. What letter is the same in the medial position?
A.
It's the letter A. But listen again, how did I read the letter A? Want, it's supposed to be short, right? Because there's a vowel with a consonant after it. So why did it change its sound? What's the same in all the words? This amount
The
of
W.
The W. The W is where?
Initial.
Is in the initial position. Yeah? So, if you find a letter A after a W, the A will make O. Okay? So, we know this letter already. The letter
A.
and the first sound we learned about letter A was
A.
A, apple A. So our new sound is
O.
I have a riddle for this. It's something that you can keep in your pocket or on your wrist.
Watch.
Watch. Okay? Watch O. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to write it. So I will take out the English paper and I will tell them you already know how to write letter A, right? Curve back around, close, down, and release. Okay? So can you do it on the first line? Trace it with your finger first. Curve back around, close, go down, release. Okay? And I will do the same for the second. Name the letter, trace the letter. Name the letter, trace the letter. For the last one, you have to wait and listen and echo. O.
O.
Name the letter.
A.
A. Today is A. Yeah, so you will write the last one. Now, in the real lesson, some of the children will say O. O is O. And you will tell them it's right. And we've done that before, and today's lesson, we will spell it as
A.
only when it's after
W.
a double. Okay? So, at the end of that, I will review them. Name the letter again.
A.
And the first keyword and sound?
O. A.
Apple A. And the new sound. Where did I keep my new sound? Sorry, guys. Ah,
Watch.
watch.
O.
Okay, and when does it make O?
After W.
So when you see, because it's looking, reading at it, when you see an A after a W, the A will make
O.
O.
Mm.
That's what we just learned. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to do this, how to code words with this concept. Okay? Before we do that, let's review. What syllable is this? What type of syllable? It's a closed syllable. And the vowel will make a short sound because there's a consonant after it, right? Now, in the practice that we're doing today, we do have a vowel with a consonant after it. So usually the vowel will make a short sound. But if it's a letter A, the vowel is letter A, and it comes after W, even in a closed syllable, that will make an O. Okay? So we are going to code it in a different way. We cannot put a brief, right? We have to put two dots.
Why?
To remember that it will not make a short sound.
It's gonna
It will
confuse
make
me
O.
because in German it's A.
Don't worry. So it just takes practice. It can be confusing to some children, mostly to teachers even. Yeah, but you'll be surprised that children get it very well. Okay, so what else do we need to review here? We need to review if you have a final S. If you have a final S after a voice sound, it will make the sound Z. It will not make S. It will make Z.
What is the beginning?
Which one?
Here, yes.
Voiced. If you have a voice sound, before a final S, the letter S will make Z. And we're going to code it with a line. It's a voiced S. Z. Right? Okay. We also learned that if you have two consonants side by side that are exactly the same, how many sounds will it make? And we have a digraph here.
I'm not sure I understand. After this consonant equal 1,
If you have
And then
two consonants that are exactly the same,
what is the other thing?
it will be read with only one sound. This means
This is
sound.
Sound, got it.
Okay? We have a digraph TH. What are the sounds for digraph TH? Today we're only going to use.
This is the pre.
So this is my pre-review if I want to teach these words. I want to record it for these words. Okay, so I will show you how to do number 1. Okay, I have an A with a consonant after it, but it's not going to be a B. It won't make a short sound because it's a W. When A comes after a W, it makes O. I'm going to code it with 2 dots on top. And this one comes after the voice sound and it's in the final position, single S, a mix. Oz, was.
Got it.
This one, A. Again, it's after W, 2 dots. I'm going to read it. Swan. Okay? So in the class, I would assign number 2 and 3 for this person, 4 and 5 for another person, number 6 for another person. After they finish coding, then I will ask each one to read. And of course, I will correct immediately if there's a mistake. Yeah? The important thing to remember is we insist on the coding if they have trouble reading it. If they don't have trouble reading it, you don't have to ask them to code it. But you'll be surprised they want to code it. Everybody wants to code until they're much older, like grade 4, I think. Then you start coding that. Yeah?
Okay.
So if this was going to be coded, how would it look like? What would I put here?
2 dots.
2 dots, and you'll read it as
1.
one. All. One.
1.
This one?
Swat.
2 dots. A after a W. SWAT. This one?
Was.
Was. 2 dots. A after a W, right?
Swab.
Swab. Oh.
Swab.
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 Not swab. Not ow.
Oh.
It sounds like
Swab.
to me, like I say on. Swab.
Ah, swab. Yeah.
Swab.
Yeah, swab. Okay, now let's move to the more difficult ones. A.
What?
What? Okay, how would I put this? Anyone can help me with this? Swab. So 2. About the AY. It says the O because it's after W, right? Anything else?
Yes. Diagraph between the
Diagraph
TH.
TH would be underlined. Just to remember that it makes one sound. 2 letters that make one sound, we underline it.
But how do I know that it's invoiced? Unvoiced. I mean voiced.
Voice and unvoiced because they know it when they learn those letters. Like when they see a vowel, it's always voiced.
How do they know that the TH this time is going to be voiced?
So this one, because there are 2 options, at the beginning of the lesson, you can tell them what you're going to use here.
Oh,
If
there's no rule for that?
No.
Okay.
So that is dependent on background knowledge, on contextual cues. Yeah? So if you have both, then they have to test which one sounds like
A familiar word.
makes sense. Yeah, like a familiar word.
Okay.
Okay? So let's move on to sentences.
Cool.
Okay, so before I continue to sentences, I will pre-review what is a sentence, right? What is a sentence?
Starts with an actual letter, is a complete idea, ends in the full stop, question mark.
Thank you. She's obviously a K2 teacher. K2 are grade 1. Okay, and then we have a few other things in addition to the original pre-review that we had, right? So we have this diagraph. What sound will this make? And when you have an N before a K, what sound will the N make? it looks like an open syllable, right? But when it's stressed and unknown, it's up. Just that. Yeah?
What does it equal?
So this would be a dot. It's a mix of the short U is quite close to the short U. It's a shrub. It's a mixed up muddled sound. So the closest we can refer to it would be short U, but it's not exactly the same as that.
Can you show the difference?
The dictionary is written the other way, like that, upside down.
Upside down E. The symbol would be this. Short. Okay? So that's how you would code it. This one you would code with that, right? This one you just underline. Correct? Okay. And then we have a digraph TH. How would this sound? What are the two sounds again? And today is going to be, for the sentences, we have okay? And of course, earlier we know about the voice. The final single S, it will make okay, so I will show you the first one.
Can you please say again what is a sentence?
A sentence
Yes.
starts with a capital letter. It has a full idea. And it ends with punctuation.
And ends with punctuation.
Okay? And of course, by this time the children know closed syllable, of course, right? And open syllable, no consonant after it and it's stressed. So here it will be long, here it will be short, right? Usually when it comes after a reading practice for words, you would have pre-reviewed that already. Okay, so I will show you number one, okay? Vowel with a consonant after it will be a short sound. Voice, final single S. His. A after a W. This was our lesson today. Yes. A after a W. I think we should actually put that since it's the new learning, right? When we see an A after a W, it'll make a
Off.
O. A short O. Okay. Then this is again A after a W. So I'm going to read it. His wand was red. If you want to do the expression, his wand was red. Okay? Then I will assign it to the rest. Let's try, I think, number 2 and 3. Okay? Jasmine, you want to try number 2? How would you do this? Yes.
We have the W after the A.
The W.
Oh, sorry, the A
The A.
after the W, so you got it with 2 dots.
Yes.
So it becomes wasp.
Was. Yes.
Okay, NG. It's
And this one, is it short or long? Vowel with a consonant after it. Would it be short?
short vowel sound.
It would be a short
You got
vowel
it with a V.
Yes. This one?
You have the E.
Yes.
You have a vowel followed by a consonant, so you code it with a V also. So it's a short vowel sound.
And of course you have your exclamation mark, so it has to be with some emotion, right? Okay, so can you read it for us?
A wasp stung Fred.
A wasp stung Fred. Yeah, if it's a real string, it may just be one scoop.
I would
Yeah.
do it differently.
How would you do it?
I would gather together the first 3 parts.
A wasp.
A wasp stung
Wasp
Fred.
stung Fred.
Yeah.
Some could do that. If I'm screaming, I would just make one long, like screaming, right, without any pause. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try another one.
But all 3 are correct.
Yeah.
And don't
So-
read it like that.
Yeah, so it's a discussion that you do with the children in the class because they have different ways of expressing it. Yeah, but they will find out that there is a pattern how you break the phrases and group words together in phrases. Okay, number 3.
I keep on saying umlaut. I'm so sorry. That's German. 2 dots on the top.
Yeah.
And,
Why?
Hmm?
Why?
Because it's a vowel after consonant.
But if it's a vowel with a consonant after it, it would have been a breed, right?
Oh yeah.
So why is it now 2 dots?
It's the after W.
The A is after W. Okay? So it'll make all. It won't make the short sound have. This one is our.
With the line.
So actually this would be a side word.
Oh
Yeah? This is lesson 18. At this time, the is established. So if it is not, of course you pre-review the instant words. But for this, we only have the, of, those 3 are side words. But the children are so good at it, we don't actually include in the pre-review. So it really depends on your student who you're pre-reviewing for. Yeah? So you would circle if it is a side word. The swab,
So,
the.
is also a circle at the top then?
Some children would circle this. Yes. Yeah. Okay, this one. And with a K.
And with the K in the back. So
Before a K. Yeah, so this is. Yeah.
I with
Vowel. And then the 2
I 2 vowels.
how many sounds?
L.
Yeah. 2 sounds or 1 sound?
1 sound.
Only 1 sound. Yeah. So how would you read that?
Swab the ink.
Okay. Justine with expression. Swap the ink spill. Swap the ink spill.
I don't know what it means.
What is swap?
No.
Swab is actually an absorbent thing like a cotton if it was a noun. But if it's a verb, when you say swab, it means you wipe it.
So the
Yeah.
ink that was spilled
On
on
the
the floor,
table.
you want to swab it.
So you have children who will ask questions like this, and you do have to stop and make them understand because the goal of reading is comprehension. For spelling, I am more focused. When it's a spelling part, I concentrate more on the spelling. I can revisit it outside the spelling lesson. But when it's a reading lesson, I spend more on comprehension if they need it. Yeah, so there are many words here that they may not know. One, swab,
So whenever
What is one?
ward.
What is what?
Sorry.
Oh, okay, one at a time. Yes.
Whenever it's 1 sound with 2 letters like that spelled, you just wipe it that.
What do you mean? Whenever
That's spelled.
spill,
So you just put this 1 sound.
you just cancel. That is if they help, if they need that help. If they can read it, you just read it as is and they know how to read it. It becomes a pattern eventually.
What are those 2 words?
Okay, one is like pale or sickly. And
What?
Pale.
Oh.
Pale or sickly. Wad would be like something that's mushed together, like a gum or crumpled paper, you know, a fiber.
That's what water mostly used with money.
Yeah.
Mostly
A
water.
pack of, like a small thing that's stuck together. Yeah? So of course you will ask all the children, not all the children, you can choose which sentences are for your less able children, which ones are for your ESL, which ones are for advanced group. Yeah, so you can assign sentences. They need not do everything on this page. In fact, in my class, I made my own sentences.
Really?
Because, yeah. Oh, of course, based on this, I read these sentences, and from this, I make my own. It's more interesting for them.
This has a very American flavor.
Yeah,
A lot of
because
words are very American, so
yeah.
children don't know.
Some of the sentences they may not understand even after explaining. Okay, so after the reading practice, I would say that we have read words that have the letter A after the W, and the sound was O. So now we'll continue with the rap page. So in the rap page, I will read the words, and I want you to echo, okay? One.
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 Walk.
One.
Don't touch the board. Again. One.
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 Walk.
Walk.
One.
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 Your turn. Ready, set, go. third one is a mix up of both, which you usually send as homework. Okay, so the challenge for the children is to read it without sounding out. So if they do sound it out, what can you do? You just ask them to repeat this after you and do the first line. Or do only the first two lines, or do only the first one. So you always adjust it to the needs and the abilities of the child. Yeah, we don't want to overwhelm them and we don't want to make it too easy. Those who can read it well, ask them to time themselves. Make sure they can read fast. Yeah, and they'll be challenged. Okay, so let's continue. So today the learning that we had was, if you see a letter, A. So our focus is A. And based on A, you describe its position based on something else, right? On what's affecting it. If you see an A after a W, the A will make on. So that's our reading concept. Okay? So whatever your focus is, you look at that and then you describe its position based